All right, welcome. This podcast is going to be about one subject and one subject only. Ilhan Omar and Donald Trump. So yesterday, Donald Trump spoke at the Republican Jewish Coalition. And I want to go, Vox's Aaron Rupar, he had a Twitter thread about it. So I just want to discuss three of them, even though one of his Rupert's Twitter threads was about how Trump was thoroughly confused on who he was talking to. He thought he was talking to Israelis. He was in fact talking to American Jewish conservatives. So he called Benjamin Netanyahu their prime minister. Actually, no, you're their president, you fucking moron. But so he brought up Ilhan Omar because he's a fucking coward who can't I bet he's afraid to even fucking be 2 feet close to her. On the same day that one of Trump's supporters, I'm gonna go through. So I got 3 Aaron Rupert tweets that I'm gonna read first and then go through them one by one. So the first one, on the same day that one of his fans was charged with plotting to murder her, tweeted Rupert, President Trump gratuitously attacks Ilhan Omar. Trump says that if Jared Kushner can't bring peace to the Middle East, then nobody can. Speaking to the Republican Jewish Coalition, Trump asks, how the hell did you support President Obama? How did you do it? How did you support the Democrats? So let's start with the one about the fan. So yes, a guy, the last name Carlino, he called Omar's office and berated one of her staff members, sorry. Do you work for the Muslim Brotherhood? Asked Carlino. Why are you working for her? She's a fucking terrorist. He continued, I'll put a bullet in her head. I'll put a bullet in her fucking skull, is actually what he said. So, congratulations, Donald Trump has once again put someone's life in fucking danger. I just want to say, she is a refugee who spent years living in a fucking refugee camp. She says one thing that's not great, but not really that bad, and she is just attacked from all sides. Republicans, even though Donald Trump posted a picture of Hillary Clinton with a Jewish star, and the amount of anti-Semitism that Donald Trump gets to get away with than fucking her. And then he gets to be just a fucking coward who goes talk shit in other places instead of actually just talking to her or anything else. So just that, oh my god. Do you root for the Muslim Brotherhood? She's a fucking terrorist. Fucking Jesus Christ. No, actually, dude, you're the fucking terrorist, moron. Okay, so now let's move off to Trump says that Jared Kushner is going to bring peace to the Middle East. You fucking shitting me? He's actually setting up everything for us to have a fucking nuclear war there. I'll let the journalist Chris Hedges explain. The most dangerous foreign policy decision of the Trump administration, and I know that is saying a lot, is its decision to share sensitive nuclear technology with Saudi Arabia and authorize U.S. companies to build nuclear reactors in that country. I spent 7 years in the Middle East. I covered the despotic, repressive kingdoms as a Middle East bureau chief for the New York Times, and I, along with most Arabists in the United States, have little doubt that giving a nuclear capability to Saudi Arabia under the leadership of the ruthless and amoral Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman would see it embark on a nuclear weapons program and eventually share weaponized technology with Saudi allies and proxies that include an array of radical jihadists and moral enemies of America. A nuclearized Saudi Arabia is a grave existential threat to the Middle East and ultimately the United States. And then he goes on to note that Saudi Arabia will be able to build these nuclear bombs thanks to Trump's half-wit son-in-law. So yeah, this idea that that Jared Kushner's gonna bring peace in the Middle East, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. That fucking idiot's gonna kill us all. Okay, now let's focus on Obama. Why did they... I guess I can see why a conservative Jew may not like Obama. He did point out that Jewish settlements will make it hard for there to be a two-state solution. After he was president, I mean, anything he said during his presidency was even more benign than that. And then I wrote this in a blog, my last blog. Imagine your government, a foreign government, any government, bringing bulldozers to your home, demolishing it, and kicking you off your land. What kind of emotions of pain and hatred do you think you would feel? Hell, American conservatives nearly go insane with the idea that AR-15 should be banned. How do you think they would react to their land being taken from them? The rancher, Clive Bundy, had an armed standoff because the freeloader didn't want to pay his fees for using public land for his cattle to graze. If you're a Palestinian living in the village of Al-Raqab, you've seen your home demolished for the 142nd time. And on the subject of anti-Semitism, someone who's in fact anti-Semitic is Donald Trump's vice president, Mike Pence. Pence is an evangelical, and like most evangelicals, Pence believes that Jews will take control of all of Israel so that Jesus Christ can come back to earth for the end of days. For many conservative evangelicals, Jerusalem is not about politics, writes religious historian Diana Butler Bass. It is not about peace plans for Palestinians or two-state solutions. It is about prophecy, about the Bible, and most certainly it is about the end times. So, while everyone fucking freaks out about Ilhan Omar's fucking comments, just remember that Donald Trump's vice president has a very anti-Semitic belief in which Israel will be destroyed. Ironically, it's actually like left-leaning Jews and people on the left who actually want Palestinians and Jews to have peace, whereas actually conservatives want there to be a fucking holy war. So keep that in mind. Remember that. Remember, anytime you hear anyone freaking out about, fucking Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, anybody attacking Ilhan Omar, just remember Mike Pence's fucking ideology. What Mike Pence believes in. And he's not the only one. There's a lot of fucking evangelicals in the goddamn federal government. Donald Trump moving the fucking embassy to Jerusalem isn't about, really at the end of the day, wasn't about Israel's or Jews. It was about evangelical Christians. So, I mean, this is a very short fucking podcast, but it didn't need to be any longer, really, because if you were, I mean, the conservative Americans, my example, bringing up the idea of hey, why do people have AR-15s? Oh, you fucking freak out. Imagine if fucking American conservatives lived in fucking Gaza, they would be in fucking Hamas and Hezbollah and Al-Qaeda. They would be fucking suicide bomb. I mean, they're just the worst when it comes to the Israel-Palestine the most benign things, like fucking Clive and Bundy doing the Bundys with all these armed fucking shit over ranchers using public land. Good God, if the Bundy family lived in Gaza, they would be fucking in Hamas. Alright, I'm pissed. I want to go fucking watch basketball and not be this pissed.